All right, everybody. So make sure you got a little bit of space around you. We're going to get moving and grooving here, starting out nice and light through that head and neck area like we usually do. Today, I want to go rotation as we get started here, okay? So shoulders are down and back, depressed and retracted as we get started. And then we're taking this chin and we're going over our shoulder right here. So we're going over to the right. Good, reset in the middle and then on to the left. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. A little rainy here in Houston, but not too bad. We got a lot going on campus once again here today. Good. All right, we're gonna get 2 more each side. All right, right. And left, and then we're going to do that circumduction where we're working all the way through big circles through that head and neck before we can move all the way down. All right, so go ahead, same thing I said with the shoulder, but this time I want you to go ahead and turn that core on. So bring that navel in towards the spine. We have that straight back throughout, and then tuck the chin down. We're going slowly over so you can really feel what's going on in this upper back. Upper spine area, good. Oh man, a little tight for me here this morning. And then we're bringing it all the way back around for this circle. Excellent. You can work at your own speed. I'm going to do one more round all the way back. Good, little clicks and cracks here this morning for me. Probably the same for you in one of these portions. Excellent, and bring it all the way forward. Okay, working into the shoulder a little bit. Pretty simple. What I want you to do is bring those fingertips forward. When we go backwards, I want you to keep those shoulders down, and then you're squeezing those shoulder blades together, right? When we come forward, something that people don't think about a lot, into that chest fly, I want you to keep that back straight, but you're actively protracting, so reaching those shoulders forward. And then when you do that, you're squeezing those chest muscles. So nice and slow as we go through these first few. All the way back, good. Controlling those scapulas. Keep them down and then reach forward as you squeeze. You might feel some of these muscles you haven't felt in a while. Get a big stretch here. This is more of an activation technique, but you can get some mobility and some strength by doing this stuff the right way. Nice work, everybody. Keep it going. Excellent. I'm gonna get one more each side here before we move on. And forward. Okay, so going into our retraction, adding a row to this one as well. So really firing up that upper back here, upper and mid back here. So first with our retraction, remember that's just when we glide forward and back through the shoulder, okay? I want you to first pull back through those shoulders and then pull back with those elbows, and they're tucked in by your side, by your rib cage as you pull all the way back. And then just one movement going forward. Pull, pull, and then pushing forward. Pull with the shoulders, pull those elbows all the way back. Nice, big clench, and then forward. Keep that working, everybody. Awesome, we're gonna keep that going. I'm pretty excited about the NFL draft tomorrow. I've been talking about it with some of my folks here on campus. My favorite team is the Carolina Panthers, and they have the #1 pick. My second favorite team is the Houston Texans. They have the Texans. They have the #2 pick. So ready for that tomorrow. All right, y'all. 2 more pulls here, or 2 more rows, I should say. Back, back, and pulling it all the way back. Okay, working down a little bit here. We're going to go half kneeling stance, and we're going to get into that core midsection a little bit. So when we go into this first half kneeling stance like this, what I want you to do is take your interlocked hands down towards your hips, trying to keep your shoulders forward as much as possible, but those hands are over. And then you're just going to come all the way up for a lift. And those shoulders are going to turn just slightly, but just think about those hands moving across the body and then all the way back down. As you do that, Your midsection should feel like you're doing a plank because you're still bracing that core, flexing those abs. This is a great one to do at your fitness center if you have any bands or cable attachments. You want to progress to a weighted version. Good, reaching up as high as you can. Up, one more. And up, release that. We're gonna do the same exact thing on the other side, okay? So we have this knee down, other knee up and forward. And remember, this is the anti-rotational exercise. I see people doing chops and lifts like this, right? What we wanna do is resist that lateral flexion and rotation, especially when it's weighted. So keeping that going forward. We have this on our hip. All the way up, get that big stretch, core nice and tight. Back down, good, keep that going. Excellent work, everybody. Turning on that core, a little bit more shoulder movement. Good, 2 more perfect reps. Resisting that rotation. And up, excellent. Okay, let's go into the lower body a little bit before we get on the ground for some of this stuff. So we just resisted that rotation. Now we're gonna add that rotation. So we're gonna go reverse lunge. Each time you go into that reverse lunge, whichever leg is forward, that's what side you're turning to. So you have this twist right there, same thing on the other side. Good, twist into that front leg side. Can be nice and slow. It's early for everybody, especially if you're on the West Coast. Get a little wake up call here. Full body. Good. Reach that back leg back so you get that big hip stretch and then press through the front foot and heel. Nice work. We're getting one more each side. Here we go. Nice work. Okay, release that. A little bit more single leg work. Okay, and we're gonna go nice and wide here today. Before we go into some more of that strengthening here in the lower body, I wanna first just get a stretch, okay? So you're going to push your hip back, then you're gonna bend that knee over. You don't need to be active through the core on this one, just stretching out those hip adductors. All right. On this left side first before we go into some reps. Good, let's go to the other side. I'm thinking about football, I'm thinking about the draft. So before you get off today, you have to put in my comment section who your favorite NFL team is, if you're into football. If not, what's your favorite sports team if you're into any type of athletics? I'll get you to fill that in at the end. For now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna push that hip back just like we did, bend at the knee. Now for reps of these lateral lunges, dipping down, back to the middle right there. I have these arms forward, so we're counterbalanced and can stay upright. Good. We're still gripping the ground actively through those toes, pushing through the heel and midfoot. Keep it up. Awesome. The more upright you can stay, the more you're going to hit those quadriceps, the more you're going to get into the pelvic girdle. Good. One more each side. Nice work. Okay. So one more to maybe get your heart rate up just a little bit. And then we're gonna go down on the ground to finish up, okay? So we're gonna do a Heisman here. I'm talking about football, might as well, right? So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then pop that little Heisman right there. And you're going 1, 2, 3, and over. So you can keep it nice and slow. All right, get those steps in. That balance at the top right here when you tuck your knee. Do this movement sometimes in our like cardio-based classes where it's a little bit faster. If you want to push it this morning, you can, where you speed it up, you go. All right. That's in your practice. Feel free to do that. If not, tap it out. Make it a little bit lower impact. Good, one more each side. That last stiff arm, hold it. Okay, cool. Back down on the ground for some stretching, okay? So what we're gonna do here first, we're gonna go into our half kneeling stance here first, okay? That half kneeling stance. I want you to tuck your pelvis under, okay? So don't hinge right here, tuck and squeeze, and then just reach straight up. And for me, when I reach over to the side, so like this, with my right over to the left just slightly, that's when I'm really feeling that TFL, psoas area, all these beautiful hip muscles we're trying to unlock here. Still squeezing the glute. 3, 2, 1. You can release it onto that other side. Half kneeling, same thing. Tucking forward, big squeeze, straight line from knee to hip to shoulder, and then reach up and over. Yeah. Got a nice little sweat going after those Heismans. Hope you're feeling more awake too. I definitely am. 2 and a 1. Good. Okay, one of my all-time favorites going into our pigeon stretch. There's a couple different variations of this. I want to be strict with it today. Go as close to 90 degrees as we can. All right, right there, as close to 90 as we can get. Then that back leg is straight back behind us. All right, nice upright posture to get started here. All right. Main thing here, so it might not look exactly like mine. Hopefully it looks even better. But main thing is that we're trying not to open up those hips, have them kind of go out to the side like this. We want them to be forward like these shoulders. And speaking of forward, let's go ahead, get a little extra stretch. Walk those hands forward. Reach, reach, reach. Now you're feeling the outer glute, that glute med, the IT band on the outside of your thighs. Really getting that length. Good, couple big breaths into the nose, out through the mouth. Nice work, everybody. Walk it back up, and then we're gonna flip it over to the other side, all right? Close to 90 as you can get. All right, hips forward, back leg as straight as can be for you. All right, we have that posture, kind of owning this stance again. Some deep breaths here. Remember when we talk about the breathing, it's through the diaphragm, not through this chest, all right? Then I want you to go ahead, reach those hands forward. A little extra stretch here. We're close to the end of class. Y'all are doing great. Good, 2 big deep breaths in and out. Good. Okay, release it. We're staying on the ground, almost done, like I said, but for all the mobility stuff we've been working on, we have to make sure that we're nice and stable through the midsection, through the shoulder, through the spine, through the pelvis, okay? Through all 3 of these areas right here. What does that? Good old plank does that if we do it correctly. So make sure when we do this, we're tucking those glutes forward, all right? I want you to go ahead and stack the elbow underneath the shoulder for me. Okay, palms up and away from each other like this, as opposed to like this, how we already are all day, okay? So right here, I want those knees. First off, you get the core tight, you tuck the glutes under, and you raise those knees in 3, 2, and 1. Good. Right there, this will be our last little hold today. Everybody's thinking what they want to type for their favorite football or sports team. Good. Make sure that you're not letting that chin hang out in space right here. Go ahead and glide it back so it's in alignment with the rest of your spine. Good. If you're really squeezing those glutes like I am right now and sweating and squeezing the core, you're going to be shaking and really feel that stability. That's what we want. Last few seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Excellent work, everybody. Thank you for joining me this morning for Energize Your Day. Hope you're feeling a little bit better. Tell me in the chat box who you pull for, who's your favorite. And I'll tell you the same. Like I said, for me, football, it's Carolina. Has to be. German soccer team. Oh, very cool, Julia. I like that. A little unconventional here. Good answer. Yeah. Thanks, Becky. Atlanta Braves. Love it, Allie. Baseball. It's become a daily session. I know, right? Mauricio. Let's make it happen. I do energy breaks all the times for different teams too. If you want to send me an email or a message, and I can help with your team in particular. So let me know. Mark, Texas A&M, yeah. Becky, Chargers Project, San Diego. I love it. All right, everybody. Thanks for your answers. Thanks for joining me this morning, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, y'all. Oh, yeah, even though Chargers, I'm with you, Becky. San Fran and 49ers. Lots of Cali love out here. All right, y'all. Have a good day.